where Roman Reigns lives. A lot of questions this week about who would carry the Ulafala to the ring. Paul Heyman would normally do that. Tonight, Roman Reigns come to the ring with the Ulafala on his neck himself. And for the first time in many, many years, Roman Reigns heads into battle alone. The Ulafala symbolizes the head of the family. And when you talk about Roman Reigns' family, you're talking about one of the most successful and powerful families in the history of wrestling. Tens of thousands of ones to the sky here in Las Vegas. The Anoa'i family dominance continuing here at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns in a triple threat match for pride and glory. CM Punk is in the main event of WrestleMania. It has to be a surreal moment for CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world. Punk has claimed that for him this is just business. Taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do. To win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
Doesn't want to be on the top rope like this. Indie counters. CM Punk who burst onto the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW run by Paul Heyman when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend. Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone was profited from their association with the wise man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,316-day reign of the Tribal Chief.
But look at everything Roman did for Paul Heyman and Paul Heyman's career. Riding the gravy train of Roman Reigns and now to turn his back on him for tonight. I don't know what they're looking for here. Seth Rollins has found his favorite equalizer, a steel chair. I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on top in WWE for the past decade. However, that's when Punk does his best work, when he's backed into a corner on the biggest stage possible. Yeah, in a bad situation, the bright lights here at WrestleMania could just bring out the best in CM Punk. It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching on other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
Well, I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes right there.
There it is. You can end it here. He forces a break before the count of two.
Still showing some signs of life here.
Oh, what a clubbing blow.
Ah, damn.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It was Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it.
Watch them finish this.
Here we go.
Impressive awareness from him.
There's one. Teardrop suplex. They're gonna go, I think, for a second one. No way. 3 in a row. Reigns. That's gonna keep Rollins down. 2. Oh, yeah, they just got the shoulder up. Rollins staying in this thing. Some could even say he's too stubborn to have things end like that. Roman has been denied. This is not something we're used to seeing by the looks of things. Neither is Reigns.
Straight up on the top.
Misses big time. What's he hoping to find down there?
And he doesn't even need to swing that kendo stick that hard to inflict a ton of pain.
He gets sent right into the corner. Bam! Well-placed calf kick.
And able to evade the offense.
He quickly slides into the ring. Counter by CM Punk.
Struck with a calf kick.
Inverted DDT. Lights out.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him.
Look out. Crossbody from the top.
Still takes a good amount of resilience to last this long, though.
Fins it off. Good counter. This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best perhaps of a generation. It's about ego and animosity. It's about 12 years ago when 3 men made their way down the stairs to remake this company in their image and the man that opened the back door for them.
A search for supremacy. The man that walks out of here is the champion of a generation. To end this thing for good, and there's the... One side steps out of that.
Down by the DDT. Kick gets caught. Dragon screw. Game changer. Oh, no need to swing when you can just chuck right at someone. He'll make his way to the ring. Impressive reversal on Rollins. Uh-oh. And into the corner he goes. Back suplex, no! Driven to pin. Roman could put it away here. Kicks out. He still has life. There's some shock in the arena after that kick out. Boom! Backdrop suplex on a high angle right across the shoulders.
Oh, fisherman suplex. Reigns in a poor position.
Caught with a clothesline.
Nice move up on Punk, and the Uranagi connects. And now, an anaconda vice locked in.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it.
Good reflexes from him there.
Superman punch from Roman.
Will Reigns close this out?
Going for the cover. What a win for Roman Reigns. His pure power game was more than Punk or Seth
Roman Reigns beating our ass, bro.
It's a clash of the Titans here at WrestleMania. The original tribal chief, the visionary, the best in the world in a triple threat match. Punk has waited a long time for this to main event the show of shows. And to make things better, he gets a chance to take down the two men who have been standing in his way since his return.
Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins think they run the WWE, that this is their role that Punk has stepped into. But they've got plenty of history to work out between themselves too. This is going to be one for the ages.
CM Punk, who burst onto the scene. CM Punk showed up at ECW run by Paul Heyman when he was only a teenager, wanting to break into the business. He would get to the WWE developmental territory and become Heyman's best friend. Punk made being a Paul Heyman guy a cool thing to be. Everyone has profited from their association with the wise man.
And you could argue that the greatest benefactor was the 1,000 double leg takedown and drive for a quick pin hit.
Oh, wait a minute. Turns the leverage for a pin of their own. Backdrop suplex. Does having Paul Heyman back in his corner even the scales here for CM Punk? Does having the wise man's strategies and support give him an edge over Rollins and Reigns?
Sure, if you trust Paul Heyman to have your best interests in mind, then yes, he is a huge asset in this kind of match. But remember, Heyman is doing this as a favor for Punk. As far as we know, his allegiance still lies with Reigns.
And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, bad-mouthed the company for many years while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth, there's a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
Oh, God!
Roman just mocking his opponent now. Great aim on the toss chair. Punk looking to impose his will on his opponent, and a backbreaker.
And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived at the scene, was because of CM Punk. The Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act by Punk. And both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins know that.
Well, Punk is claiming that he was the man to bring them both into the business, and he can't wait to be the man to take them both out of it. Oh, and it's reversed. And wait a minute, what's the manager doing under the apron? Grabbing out of him under the ring is perfectly within the duties of being a manager. He quickly slides into the ring. That was a stiff shot by that kendo stick.
He's playing mind games, waving that object around. Oh! Punk dodges out in time. And now escaping the mat. Very crafty of him, avoiding the dangers of the ring.
Oh, dropped on the back of the neck with the DDT.
Managing to evade a precarious position there. Seth Rollins just goading his opponent.
Float over Russian leg sweep. Rollins got surprised there.
Quick evasion for him there.
Caught in a bad spot. Fling across the way. Talk about intimidation. I'm not sure if it's resilience or stupidity that's going to drive you to try and come back from a move like that.
Oh, damn.
Flash neck breaker. Oof. He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about.
Punk dodges out in time.
Suplex all the way up. Look at this power. Oh no. Slap block. Boom. Right on target.
And Roman, for the first time in a long time, having no one in his corner. Gotta wonder if that is affecting him.
Here we go. Returning to the ring.
Roman Slayer.
Reigns put his stamp on this one.
Into the cover.
2.
looking for a power bomb here. Simple but effective technique to get out of there. This is the main event of WrestleMania, and if anyone can dig deeper than most, it's Seth freaking Rollins. Blast off! Oh, he misses the mark.
Down he goes. Hit on CM Punk. His arm shot off the mat before one.
Showing no signs of wear or tear even as this match goes on.
And a stomp to the gut. Goes under the ropes and into the ring.
Elbow to the jaw.
DDT. Climbing to the top. What's he thinking? From way up. Oh my God, what a move.
Boom.
The defensive elbow to the gut ends it. Shining Wizard! Punk scaling the turnbuckles.
From above. Blast off. Avoiding any damage there.
Carrying the opposition. What's the thought here? Targeting the throat there. Now propped up in the corner. Moving into the ring. Looking to get airborne here.
Stalking from above.
Here we go. Crossbody from the top. Reigns laying down the gauntlet for his opponent. Sent out of the ring the hard way. Oh, he saw it coming. Counters on top of counter. He turns it into the end. He just decides to end the hold. Wonder what he's thinking here. Now he's back into the ring. And he gets discarded out of the ring. Got them off their feet here.
Oh, that will break your face. And Punk wants more from his opponent.
Kick to the gut.
And a quick schoolboy out of nowhere.
Stopping the pin. Stops the kick. Dragon screw. This has been a hurricane of chaos. Rollins, Punk. And now Punk. Kick it. That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point called the visionary.
He's perched in the corner, stalking.
That has Roman counting the lights.
There's two. What? Only two?
Reigns able to get his shoulder up, and I don't know how many more times he can do that tonight.
Seth Rollins in deep thought, hoping to conjure one last move to win this. Slides under the ropes, back into the ring. They're feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down, and stop right now.
Spear. Will Reigns close this out?
Two. No way. No way.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always find a way to survive and continue fighting.
Reigns now realizing that he's facing an even tougher level of opponent than usual tonight.
We knew this one was going to be good, but Reigns, Rollins, and Punk have outdone all expectations.
Simply some of the best talents we've ever seen in this industry.
Lariat. Turning it into a pin for the win. Yeah, no. the 3.
Somehow he's managed to get that shoulder up in the... A pump now lifted. And he manages to escape just in the nick of time.
He gets back into the ring. He's putting something together. Under the chair.
Absolutely impaled on that chair. I can't imagine they're okay after that.
Drops the leg. He's got the shoulders down. This is it. He gets the kick out after the 1.
Kicking out now sends a very clear message.
And this was nap time on the island of relevance. After around the neck, this is dangerous. Wait, hold on, look at this. And he's found a way out of the hole.
And his body seems to be the focus of the attack.
And there's a good blow to the body. Setting up for something here.
Targeting the trachea. One down, locking in the anaconda vice grip, and that is cinched in tight.
Jeez, he's trying to hold on, but I'm not sure. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission. Punk with his eyes on Rollins, looking to end this thing.
Punk now lifting his opponent up, and back going to sleep.
Sam's eyes look glazed over.
And following up with the pin. Amazing! As long as his heart is still beating and there's still breath in his lungs, Seth Rollins, spear! Roman Reigns had him.
Covers, wasting no time.
This could be it.
Simply unreal, potentially inhuman, kicking out at 1. How on earth?
I don't believe it. Reigns has ended so many matches that way, but this one just took an unexpected turn.
Come on, Punk.
Shoulder first, and the ring just shifted.
Just ruthless. Inside cradle.
Oh, and a small package.
Let's go!
He's facing the odds. Has defeated both Reigns
Finally, damn.
and Rollins. A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victory.
Took like 4 tries.
Now
at
that's
least.
more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE.
Oh, bad.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again?
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here.
Each superstar trying to counter and get advantage.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like that kids are getting attention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit.
Counter right when it was needed.
He's able to dodge that one in time.
Driven into the barricade. And he re-enters into the ring.
Hart pausing to soak up the adulation.
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal,
Quick pin, championship on the line. And a good strong kick out there.
he's still fresh. No surprise he kicked out before too.
He connects with a counter. Sent flying out of the ring here. And this one could be moving to ringside. Hitman has him in his grasp. DDT plants them. Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Brett and Sean use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite a ruckus at the pub using the names Brett and Sean have called each other.
Just from a style standpoint, Brett and Sean are totally opposite. Brett's slow, methodical, with a technical approach, versus Sean's fast, explosive offense.
We also know that neither of them is above doing whatever it takes to get the advantage. We can go back and forth about which style is better, but it all boils down to simply
Figure four. Leg lock.
needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
A knee right to the gut to gain some distance.
And something Brett has to know is all the attributes Sean possesses. Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series. He's going to break his leg. Brett's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that.
He's got him now.
Oh, the DDT delivered.
And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this would be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
Oh, come on. Why would you stoop that low? Punch straight to the face, staves off the attack. And here he is, heading back into the ring.
He left an opening.
Hitman never saw that coming. Hart wasting no motion on the counter. Bret Hart with a rough blow there.
Yes! And Hart is channeling the energy of this crowd.
Big back body drop. And he's going to the top.
Stalking from above.
And Bret on the top rope with the referee knocked down, guys.
While tucked down Shawn Michaels, but accident.
Crossbody.
Step through. Here it comes. Bret Hart. Shooter.
Sharpshooter applied. Will this do it?
Struggling to get out of this submission, struggling to avoid all this pressure to the back.
Wow!
Hey, wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Now you just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why. The excellence of execution, looking to cinch it in. Can he turn his opponent over? Yes!
Sharpshooter! Submission hold locked in! Brett retains the title. Here's your winner and still WWE champion, Brett.
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Brett is going.
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in the WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I'd do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? And you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not put chairs in the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight. But proving yourself against CM Punk is just as valuable as proving yourself as CM Punk, so you win either way. And I get to live out my dream no matter what.
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and Cactus Jack, two men who remain stalwart and resolute in their convictions through blood, sweat, and tears.
Smart money's on a whole lot of
Nice takedown. Stack them up. Oh, it turns it around and has the pin.
What is he thinking right now? Hopefully he does not regret it.
And Jack has looked in the ring apron looking for something.
Bringing out the kendo stick and... Oh, saves us all from having to endure any more of that. Punk avoids the attack. DDT.
And Cactus Jack is just so unpredictable. When you're in the ring with him, you never quite know what he's going to throw at you.
Well, I'd usually counter that you can't let Cactus get the chance to unleash his particular brand of insanity on you, but that's not a realistic possibility here. Punk just needs to do what he can to keep on Cactus and be even more unpredictable, if he can. Relentless violence is Cactus Jack's stock and trade.
Hurry up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea what we're going to see in this match. I just know that if either man has their way, we'll be seeing someone standing tall over a bloody foe.
Well, don't be so sure the winner won't be a bloody mess, too. Cactus Jack may be violence personified, but CM Punk didn't become the best in the world by shying away from getting his hands dirty when the situation calls for it. And in Falls Count Anywhere, you best believe the situation definitely calls for it. Fans have long awaited this showdown, as Punk and Jack's paths have never quite crossed.
Indeed, Corey. Around the time Cactus Jack was winding down his full-time career, CM Punk's career was just beginning. While Cactus did have a brief in-ring return as Mick Foley in 2006, it ended a few months before CM Punk's debut.
And in both of those cases, Father Time had a hand in determining who would be the better competitor. Tonight, we're getting both men in their prime, and I cannot wait to see the destruction that ensues.
Cactus Jack sent flying straight to ringside.
Thank you, damn.
And he gets sent back into the ring, fishing for something beneath the ring.
He's grabbed the steel chair, only a matter of time before he uses it.
Vulnerable situation for him. Driver spiked him. Even though Cactus Jack and CM Punk have never faced off in the ring, Punk has had confrontations with Mick Foley in the past. In 2012, Punk brutally attacked Mick backstage.
And that attack almost led to a Survivor Series match where Punk and Foley would have served as team captains. But as they say so often, cards subject to change.
Well, I, for one, am glad. That match would have been a battle by proxy. This one is a hardcore war happening right in front of our eyes.
Cactus Jack can really brawl with the best of them, especially the more physical the match gets. In fact, that increased physicality only seems to fuel him even more in a fight.
Yeah, that's the sadistic nature of Cactus Jack in full effect. Cactus knows how to tap into something dangerous, something unpredictable, something that most superstars wouldn't even dare to go anywhere near. But as we all know, CM Punk is just built different. And when Punk has to, he can tap into something dangerous himself.
A Falls Count Anywhere match certainly lends itself to extreme activity. There are no rules that govern how you score said pinfall or submission. We both know Punk and Jack are certainly able to get extreme.
Both men have strong ties to the birthplace of Extreme, ECW. He began his career in WWE as part of the ECW brand, with multiple ECW title reigns to his name. Cactus Jack put the company on the map during its infancy and became a multi-time tag team champion during ECW's heyday.
It's once again an ECW original versus some new blood. Let's see which side prevails this time.
We knew the ring couldn't contain them, but taking this fight to the ring entrance proves their true disdain.
Hard punch.
Oh, South Slam.
And he's able to avoid that offense.
What happens next is anyone's guess. I can't wait to see. Ugly looking rake to the face creates the separation.
Reversal after reversal, proving they did their homework. Drops his opponent with a massive line.
CM Punk stopped that in its tracks.
CM Punk looking to show off his power game now. Double underhook backbreaker.
Time to go for... Uh-oh! Punk never saw that coming.
But wait, look at this determination to get out of this, to create separation.
DDT! I can't imagine what's going to happen next. I can't wait to find out.
Precarious place to have a brawl. The entrance stage is not a forgiving surface to land on.
And Punk making his way back to the ring.
What's Jack in for?
Clothesline! Off with their head.
But now with a quick duck under and a Uranagi converts it into...
And he's releasing the hold. I guess he might have something else in mind here. Going up to the top now.
And boom! Sailing down from up high.
Once again, heading up first up top.
He lands hard. Both CM Punk and Cactus Jack are well known for their WWE careers, but they have interacted outside of this company.
Indeed, shortly before Punk joined WWE, the same side of Cactus Jack, known to the world as Mick Foley, approached Punk and tried to act as a voice of reason when Punk acted without honor.
And did Punk heed Foley's word? Absolutely not. Which just goes to prove, even if Punk respects the legacy of Cactus Jack, he will never be a foe to anyone.
Lift off! Thunderous splash connects!
Uh-oh. Counter. He knew just what to do. What's Punk got for it? Uh-oh. Set him up. Russian leg sweep.
Thumped with a big blow. Violence artistry, courtesy of Cactus Jack and CM Punk. That's what this bloodthirsty crowd clearly wanted. And now, that is exactly what they are getting. At both of these men's expenses, physically and mentally. And he finds a way to elude that attack.
Neck right back to the floor over. That was pretty. Out of ringside and back to the mat.
Jack telling his opponent to bring it.
What a lariat! Spin kick to the midsection. He's in a bad way, but still has something left in the tank. Hooked up.
Jack just got out of there.
Strong counter from Punk. And he's directed into the corner. What a way to get out of that one.
Slammed down hard. And he's taking this to the outside now. Now with kendo stick in hand, he's become even more dangerous. Showing Cactus Jack the door here.
Heading to ringside now.
Sheesh, that's gonna leave a mark.
Just tossing that kendo stick with total disregard. Oh, the chair projected right to their face. That's just turned it into a savage display of violence.
Letting out every ounce of frustration and rage and then some.
Grabbing the good old kendo stick here.
Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this.
Back and forth, neither Punk nor Cactus Jack relented. Talk about an absolute battle.
A battle of wills with both of these men showing the ultimate willpower. Just an all-time violent.
Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT.
That could be Punk's demise.
Shoulders down. Not even a 2 count. What unbelievable power.
We have just witnessed next level grit, resilience, and even more so, defiance. How do you stop that?
Big move, but it's still unable to end this. There's a ruthless streak for the world to see. He's headed out to the ringside area. Into the ring again now. Now using a chair to their advantage. No, they're not going to wrap the arm here. An armbar with the chair. You got to be kidding me.
Using every ounce of power behind that move.
The arm is locked in.
Calculating how to escape here. And Punk able to break the hold.
Got him where he wants him. Oh,
And picture perfect Falcon Arrow.
turns that back on CM Punk. Not a good spot to be in.
Face first impact.
This building is rocking right now. Can you blame him?
Boot to the stomach gives them separation.
And a drop kick. Picture perfect. He might just be sculling for time here.
He's heading back to the ring. Gets driven into the corner.
Punk now looking to reap the benefits of this dominance, dragging his opponent up onto the turnbuckles. High risk, high reward. You're down right the plunge.
Now CM Punk needs to end this.
And this has to be it.
2. Good Lord. CM Punk just defeated Cactus Jack in the ECW arena. Here's your winner, CM Punk. What a violent match this was. CM Punk has to be feeling some kind of catharsis, making it through this and, most importantly, making it through Cactus Jack.
While Punk may have won the battle,
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends and matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime Rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you going to back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm going to do my best to take the head off the snake.
Son, you're looking at the best there is.
Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk. From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds. Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk are two of the most defiant, anti-authority, rebellious, irritable men we've ever had the pleasure of watching in the ring. But tonight, we find out who is the toughest SOB of them all.
Yeah, a lot of common ground between these two. Surely a lot of mutual respect and admiration, but Austin and Punk couldn't help but ask themselves, who's the better man? Bell to bell.
And now we get the privilege of watching them work out the answer here in the ring in what promises to be a chaotic, no-holds-barred match.
Things are heading ringside now.
So hard to defend yourself when you're flat on your back. Attacking the hamstring with knee strikes.
Two men fighting right now that could not be any different when it comes to their backgrounds. Punk is often been a straight-edge antagonist, and Austin is forever known as a beer-swilling hero.
Yeah, these two would probably never hit the town together after a match, but there are so many other elements of their personalities that completely align. Both Punk and Austin are steadfast in their beliefs. They both love to fight more than anything and stand tall as icons of their respective eras.
It's almost like if they weren't so stubborn, they'd make the perfect tag team.
There's no holds-barred stipulation. Who do you think it favors? CM Punk or Stone Cold Steve Austin?
My money would normally be on Austin, who excels at ruthlessly stomping mud holes in the competition. But CM Punk is a very creative individual. Leave it to Punk to dream of the most dastardly, ingenious ways to utilize this stipulation and put Stone Cold in a world of hurt.
When chatting with CM Punk, Stone Cold Steve Austin said there's no quote-unquote time shift that Punk can take to put himself back in the Attitude Era. But right now, he's facing perhaps the best of that era, and Austin is in the best shape of his life for this battle.
I question the Stone Cold's usage of the time travel terminology, but there's no denying that he's how to brawl, how to fight with attitude. If Punk can overcome Austin in a no-holds-barred scenario, there will be no doubt that Punk can rule over any era in WWE.
Neckbreaker after the float over. That was pretty. Taking things back into the ring.
Some intimidation tactics from CM Punk.
He's making his way to ringside now. When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need one or two moves to beat him. As the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
Looking for something, anything under the ring. He's thinking a steel chair is just what he needs to wreak some havoc here. CM Punk is in a distressing spot.
Austin is just stomping Punk down without any hesitation.
Boom! Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in an no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake. Several with neither superstar able to penetrate their opponent's defense.
Austin applying the pressure.
Punk has no answer for Austin's pure aggression right here. Austin with a Fez press. Now rapid fire rights from the rattlesnake.
Fez press and unloading with punches.
Stone Cold showing Punk just
Kick, whap,
Stunner! Stone Cold with a stunner!
Austin got all of it.
Powerbomb position.
But shots to the head quickly put a stop to that.
When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and prod to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but I do not doubt the
CM Punk connects with a Uranagi and textbook CM Punk.
A couple of knees there. That'll get him out of it. Oh, got Austin back.
CM Punk looking dominant here. Oh my.
Turns that in his favor.
Austin going big. Stunner.
CM Punk doesn't know where he is.
Austin going big.
Wow, the stunner out of a rattlesnake.
And again, and that's gotta be it.
He's still in this fight.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
And you've got to wonder if desperation starts to kick in for Stone Cold or if he stays the course. Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the others' contemporaries.
You're right about that. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event battle at WrestleMania 38, which was also a no-holds-barred match, I might add.
That was definitely impressive, guys, but look at the list of competitors that Punk has stood toe-to-toe with in the ring. Kane, Triple
And CM Punk.
Stone Cold comes out on top. CM Punk has been defeated.
Here is your winner,
Yes, sir. Eddie.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to.
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights. But now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut.
From the top, wow, cross body.
Wants to finish this.
Launching. Great elevation. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Punk now locks in that double underhook. Hoist it up. Butterfly backbreaker. Goes for the suplex. Power up high. Oh, but dropping behind Eddie.
Escapes and a chop block takes him down.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best to ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino heat. So you better believe Punk is determined to prove he's the better competitor tonight.
And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is paying off. Oh!
You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight.
Two men that are the epitome of resilience. Punk and Eddie always fight with everything until that final bell.
This is going to be as much a psychological match as it is a physical one. I'm sure Eddie is looking to lie, cheat, and steal his way to victory here, but I can guarantee that Punk can plan for that.
Tope Atomico finds the mark.
Guerrero's falling victim to the eye rush right now.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here.
Uh-oh.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple...
Wait! That's an unusual decision.
Maybe looking to deal some more damage first. Oh, kick connects.
Hard-hitting kick.
DDT! Up and delivering a Falcon Arrow.
Making a climb to the top rope.
Watch out! Oh, that's right on the knees. That can change everything.
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches, covering their opponent for the win. He calls off the pin attempt, maybe wanting to try something else. Stops that offense from connecting.
Shoving him into the corner now.
Body slam.
Top rope for Eddie. From the top. Oh, got the knees up just in time.
Scoop slam.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be underhanded as well. But something we know about Eddie is that he knows when to dig even deeper into his bag of tricks when facing a more seasoned opponent. I think we'll see some antics from Eddie tonight that even Punk has never seen.
Got him where he wants him. Up and
Bullseye with the Falcon Arrow.
overwhelming offense now from Punk.
Eddie has been snuffed out.
That last shot did major damage. Blood running down his face.
Power slam. Put in the corner now. Oh, he timed that counter well. Oh, beautiful takedown for the victory. Kick out just before two. Not quite enough to put him away.
Punk dodged out in time.
All right, Hurricane.
Oh, man.
No. Oh, on the apron. Punk wasting no motion on the counter. Into the steel steps.
CM Punk rallying the crowd behind him.
Will he get on with it already? This is a fight. Placing him in the corner. And Punk gets countered there. Look at this. This can't be good.
Oh, right to the esophagus.
As we've seen some...
Eddie going technical here. Oh, this is agony. The lasso from El Paso.
Submission lock. That's it. The submission was too much to handle.
You can hear how split the arena here in Chicago is right now. Disappointment, their hometown hero lost, and respect for Eddie doing what he does best.
Yeah, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Punk threw everything he had at Guerrero. But in the end, he... Two of the biggest personalities in WWE colliding here tonight in Chicago. This might be the biggest match of the year.
You can tell there's a lot of respect between Punk and Eddie. Punk idolized Eddie as a teenager, and then the two crossed paths before Punk joined WWE. But even with that mutual respect, I expect the rules to be tested tonight.
Oh, we know Eddie will do that, and Punk has shown he'll adapt when necessary. But at the end of the night,
Watch out! Wow! Cross body!
he's heading right back to the top rope, stalking from above.
To the sky.
Oh, hits the mark.
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
Eddie with a reversal. You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, tonight's a pure wrestling match.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, both men are known to lie, cheat, and steal, but there's an art form to doing so within the limits of the rulebook. Plus, even though both men have lived in the land of extreme, I have a feeling both men will fight with honor tonight.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is paying off. Two men that are the epitome of resilience. Punk and Eddie always fight with everything until that final bell.
This is going to be his...
Kick to the midsection. If you're thinking about the gory special, yes, that's exactly what they were thinking, and it is in.
After everything he's been through,
Trying to find a way out. Elbow into an arm drag. Beautiful escape.
On a well-placed calf kick there.
CM Punk Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's in-ring debut. Only 3 years from when he decided to pursue professional wrestling full-time.
Even that early in his career, CM Punk was known as an indie darling, a pro wrestling wunderkind. But Punk has said that being in the ring with Eddie back then made him realize that he had a lot left to learn. It would be 4 years after their initial encounters that Punk would finally make his way to WWE.
True to his in-ring form, it shows Punk's a diligent planner when it comes to in-ring competition. He could have rushed his way to WWE to challenge Eddie again, but who knows how Punk would have performed with less time learning his craft. Now, he's the best in the world, and he's ready to show Latino Heat everything he's got.
Three amigos! Eddie's got Punk seeing more stars than on the Chicago flag on the top! Oh, the knees at the last second!
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best ever do it in that ring. They crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino Heat. So you better believe Punk is determined to prove he's the better competitor tonight. Getting muscled up for a vertical suplex, nimbly landing behind and taking out the knee.
CM Punk has an in-ring IQ that's second to none, but I wonder if even he can plan for a man who immortalized the phrase lie, cheat, and steal.
Corey, let's not discount that Punk has shown he can be Guerrero for the win.
And a strong kick out in one.
His opponent has...
Here's the cover.
Wait, look at the feet. The feet are on the ropes. Somehow still in this fight. Not down and out yet.
You're doing here for it.
The colossal clutch.
Slipped right underneath and just... He's able to reverse it. Brainbuster. Head on CM Punk. He brings the ref's count before 2.
somehow able to kick out before a 2 count. How is he still going like this?
Turned it around with a reversal. Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these...
On the top!
Knees up. Knees were up. All the breath taken out of their body with that counter.
Putting him in the corner for something here.
Scoop slam sets things up.
Punk scaling the turnbuckles.
Incoming.
Oh my!
Up and forced down. I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero who was up high.
Wow! Cross body!
Russian leg sweep.
Shifting away from Eddie.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here. Two men giving everything they have, their legacies, their pride, all on the line tonight.
Yeah, and neither Eddie or Punk look like they're willing to concede victory yet. Oh, taking away the base.
Trying to wrestle free their opponent's arm, had the arm trapped.
Stop right to the hand. he gonna do here? Oh, cloverleaf! Check out the torque on the back. He's in a bad position now. Resisting as much as he can, but for how much? Looking for a counter, and just like that, he manages to break the hold. Massive miscalculation on that one. Hooked up. Got him where he wants him. Up and Falcon Arrow. And again, the torso is the target here. Clearly attacking that area is the strategy tonight. Big boot. Sent right into the corner. Oof. Running knee in the corner. Boom. Back drop suplex on a high angle right across the shoulders. And Guerrero wants back in the ring. Oh, this is what you get. He had that coming.
Boom! Punk avoids the attack.
Running Hurricane Rana. Fantastic.
And Punk is gonna feel like he did back when he was a rookie. He still doesn't know how to handle Latino heat.
It's locked into a top rope. Hurricane Rana. He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
From the top!
I know you're fucking lying, dude. God damn it. I waited all that fucking time for him to get his goddamn finisher, and he does it fucking immediately. I get no time to fucking do it. So now I gotta live, I gotta survive long enough for him to fucking do it again. And out of all fucking things for it to let me reverse, I reverse the signature, so he can't get the finisher.
This has been
So now I have to fucking wait until he gets.
a fighting
I have to wait until he gets the shit fucking again. I have to survive long enough for him to beat me up long enough to get his own
Everyone in the WWE Universe is hanging on every move here.
CM Punk from the top rope. CM Punk connects with the elbow kick.
Punk
So I
put
gotta fucking
everything he
stand
had
here.
by that one, and Eddie's in a bad,
It's
bad
fucking
way
stupid.
now.
Move Deep is a dumbass fucking. It's a dumbass fucking payback, dude. So I gotta let him beat me up long enough for him to get another fucking finisher. Even though, oh my god, look at, oh fuck!
Eddie Guerrero upsetting Punk in his hometown.
Son of a fucking bitch, dude. God damn it. This shit just pissed me the fuck off. Fucking stupid. Fucking dumb as hell. So I gotta let him beat me up after I've already whipped his fucking ass. So fucking stupid. Like that's a new level of fucking cheating in a goddamn game. There's a lot of ways that fucking the AI gives itself crutches and shit like that. I've never seen it require me to let them beat me.
The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
That is the fucking dumbest shit ever.
Decades ago, before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate.
CM Punk, Eddie Guerrero, two of the best ever do it in that ring. They've crossed paths before Punk joined WWE.
Indeed, Cole. These two men engaged in multiple battles on the independent circuit during Eddie's brief time away from WWE when Punk was still an in-ring rookie. Punk's raw skills at that point sharpened Eddie enough for Eddie to return to WWE and become a world champion.
But now Punk has the skills and in-ring knowledge that equals that of Latino heat. So you better believe Punk is determined to prove he's the better competitor tonight. Slips out of the way.
Neckbreaker after the float over. That was pretty. The pinpoint kick to the back. You know, so often when we have these dream matches, there's some sort of stipulation involved. But for Eddie and Punk, Tonight's a pure wrestling match.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
It literally
Yes,
isn't.
both men are
It's
known to
literally
lie, cheat, and steal.
I'm looking right at a whole list of fucking stipulations you're fucking talking
You
about.
think that hurt? I promise you, it was
And most
way
of today
worse.
is just fucking
Flying
wrestling.
ringside
No,
with pinpoint
requiring me to
accuracy.
fucking lose
This is going to be a
long
slow,
enough for them to
methodical
get a
match
fucking
as much as it'll be a
finisher
psychological
just
one
to
right now.
finish
I
the
really
damn
can't
challenge.
tell
That's dumb as
who's
hell.
got the advantage.
Punk and Eddie are so technically matched. I really think this one's going to come down to opportunities. Not only who can create them, but ultimately who can capitalize the fastest when those opportunities arise.
Gotta go!
Sometimes you just gotta show off and show out.
Oh, so athletic! And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Punk is not taking his eyes off Eddie for a second, and it is...
Look out! Crossbody from the top!
He's going back for...
Flying. That's it. What a splash. Fortune favors the bold. These risks could be a winning strategy.
Up and the power on the Falcon Arrow. Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches, but when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these men is tied at 1 win apiece, with a time limit draw as well.
You cannot ask for a more even rivalry than that, Michael Cole.
Punk's got the Anaconda Vice in,
Cinching in the anaconda. Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
and Eddie pays for leaving an opening. Got him where he wants him. Up and
A perfect Falcon Arrow there.
a steady stream of moves taking out Eddie.
Punk proving he's seen this movie before, and Eddie can't find an opening here.
Leaning him against the turnbuckle right here.
Into the short clothesline, and Punk is on a roll. CM Punk
That
has
is
an
so
in-ring
fucking
IQ
dumb.
that's second to none. But I wonder if even he can
So
plan
now
for
that
a
I'm
man
right
who
here-
immortalized the phrase lie, cheat, and steal.
Boy, let's not discount that
Now I
Punk has
gotta
shown
just
he can be underhanded as well.
get beat up
But
until he
something
gets
we
his
know about
finisher
Eddie
and
is
hope
that he
that I
knows
can
when to dig
use
even
move deep
deeper into his bag of tricks when
before
facing a more seasoned
he can use his
opponent.
finisher.
I think we'll see some antics from Eddie tonight that even Punk has never seen.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
CM Punk is firmly in the driver's seat. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
Striking with a knee.
Impressive awareness from him.
Come on, bro.
I know CM Punk, and the man was always confident that he'd reach the mountaintop in WWE. But starting his career, guys his size weren't considered main event talent.
Seeing a guy like Eddie Guerrero, who once competed as a cruiserweight, take on and topple giants of this industry and win top titles in the biggest main events, well, that had to inspire Punk.
It definitely does, Wade. But don't think for a second that the respect Punk has for Eddie breaking those barriers will keep the best
So
in
now
the
I
world
gotta
from
lie
getting
down.
everything
Now that
he
I got
has to
move
defeat
feed.
Latino Heat.
I gotta just sit here and get beat up.
And a boot to the leg takes their opponent down, now twisting them up like a pretzel.
And just hope that he doesn't
Powers down. Still
Hit
looking
me.
strong.
I am honestly at a loss for words right now. Oh, a boot to the back. Brutal stop to the gut.
Latino Heat bringing a bit of a simmer to CM Punk as he starts to register some attacks.
Strong counter from Punk. Up and into a Falcon Arrow.
Guerrero timed that one well. And a well-placed calf kick there.
He needs to be prepared.
Falcon Arrow.
He's looking banged up here, guys. He knew what was coming there. The Three Amigos.
Eddie's
Pin on CM Punk. And he kicks out of the pin and
maintain
Do
pressure.
not let him get on that fucking turnbuckle.
Oh, look at him torture his opponent here with a lasso.
That's it. What the fuck?
CM Punk on the verge of submitting. This is unreal. I can't believe.
Why? He's not. I'm not even fucking. What the fuck? Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. This is gonna fucking piss me off.
You can hear how split the arena here in Chicago is right now. Disappointment, their hometown hero lost, and respect for Eddie doing what he does best.
Yeah, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Punk threw everything he had at Guerrero. But in the end, he just wasn't able to get the edge here.
Fucking stupid, dude. That was fucking. I fucking hate showcase mode. The showcase mode is the dumbest fucking mode in the goddamn game. It's the stupidest fucking mode in the goddamn game. I wish they would not put fucking unlocks behind fucking showcase. It's dumb as fucking hell. Gives you the stupidest fucking. My objective is to get my ass beat. That's really the objective. You're telling me my objective is to fucking lose, and then penalize me for fucking losing. Because as soon as he gets his fucking finisher, he fucking does it. Shocker. He fucking does it and you tap out fucking immediately. Fucking stupid. God damn. All that for one level. I win at one fucking level.